It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, baby.
Hello, people. Guess what? We're together, obviously. Yeah, this is episode 40.
Big photo.
My poor nail. This is just ghetto. Look at the, like.
Why does this hand look so like fat and stout in this one?
I don't know. I just noticed that. Now you got weird hands.
Oh, like what? This one looks normal. This one looks like my hand's swollen.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
I don't know. Maybe it's old age. Now that we're 40. Well, the podcast is 40.
I ain't old, bitch. I'm fucking old. But yeah, this is our 40th episode. I don't know how we got to 40 so fucking fast, but we here. And we're together.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah, we're in the floral room.
Yeah, my lair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call it. This is my lair. Yes, I threw my daughter a Halloween party, and my savior came to help me because
these kids.
I be throwing parties, and I just be doing the most I be doing mad shit. And my daughter has mad friends. I don't understand. Like 20 kids RSVP. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like every one of her birthday parties, there's at least 35, 40 people there every single time. And I'm just like, why do I do this to myself?
I mean, I can't say anything because I'm in the same boat. Like Celine is too. And every weekend we have a birthday party, whether it's for her cousins, friends from daycare now, random people that we know who have kids that Celine, it's a whole thing. But I don't know. I like it though.
Yeah, like I liked it. Like it was really fun because I just feel like kids don't have parties anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like when I was in elementary school, every single weekend, it was somebody's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I was handing my mom an invitation. We got to go to somebody's party. And I feel like all of last year, Harper only one of her classmates had a birthday party. And it was crazy that we couldn't go because that was a weekend we went to Miami.
Why do you think kids aren't having parties? Is it just because parents don't want to throw and plan the parties?
No, I think that kids are having parties, but I think when it comes to like inviting like their classmates and stuff, they don't think about that because you're not really like involved as much. Like when I was in school, my parents knew the other parents. Like now I don't know any of the parents outside of her one friend Carson. Like I know his parents obviously because they live in our neighborhood, but to find out that pretty much everyone that came to the party lived in this neighborhood or maybe live like 2 or 3 streets over the next neighborhood over, like y'all are all right here. How do y'all not know each other outside of school? It's very just like y'all go to school, y'all friends at school, and that's it.
I feel like that's how it was for me when I was growing up. I didn't really? Yeah, my parents weren't involved with other parents at my school. Now, you went to private.
Yeah, maybe because I went to a small school. Yeah. But it was like
the community is different. It's like I had my friends at school. Then I had my friends that lived in the neighborhood, which some of them may or may have not went to the same school as me. And then I have my friends from church. And then I have my friends from like extracurricular activities. So all those people would be invited to like our kiddie parties, my birthday parties, stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely was one of those kids. Even in high school, I had like my school friends. I didn't hang out with them outside of high school. Like not even outside of high school. I mean, outside of those 4 walls in high school. Like on Friday, you knew you was not about to see me until Monday. Like in school, we all fam.
Outside?
No.
I don't know you.
We do not talk. We probably Facebook and MySpace friends, but that's it. No.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is. So I was like, it would be nice to just throw a party so like they can see each other outside of school. Because like Harper would talk about people in her class. And I'm like, girl, I do not know who that person is. Couldn't point them out of a crowd if you tried. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just do something for them. It's a Saturday before Halloween. Why not?
Wait till she discovers that her teachers have lives and she sees them outside of school. Like imagine being at like Kroger or something.
And you see your teacher.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't know if like her teachers live in the area because it'd be so spread out. It's just like you might live in like Riverdale, but you come to work here. Like even my dentist, like when I go to the dentist, she lives like an hour plus away. And I'm like, you come down here? Why is your dental office here? Like that doesn't make sense to me. So it's like sometimes you might not run into the person that you see them every day. Because now, if I think about it, I never saw any of my teachers outside of school.
Only in high school. But I feel like That's because Frederick is a very like community based.
Yeah, like I can't see
place.
like a person. Well, I can see it now because Frederick County pay more. Like I can see people who don't live in Frederick County coming just to teach. But yeah, when we were in like high school, like you live here. Like oh yeah, Mr. Johnson, he live in that neighborhood over there.
And
like
half
we know
their kids either went to the opposite school, so we played sports against them, or they went to our school. Or some people like So I think it really just depends.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, we can't be losing the recipes. Like kids gotta have birthday parties with their actual classmates. Because I think it's good to like, you have to start them young, like developing friendships. Because like, it can't just be just your cousins all the time. Like you need some separation. You're going to need to have your own friends. And even when I was talking to one of the kids' mom, she was just like, yeah, my older daughter wanted to come. And I was like, oh, you could have totally brought her. But she was just like, no, I want them to have separate friends. Like you have your friends, she has her friends. So no, I'm going to take her. You can stay home and that's it. So I was like, oh, I understand that. But
if it's one of those things where it's like they're always doing everything together, I could see that.
Yeah. And that's kind of what she was just like, no, y'all need some separation. It's okay. Y'all can do that. I'm like, true. I feel that. But hopefully there probably will be other parties to come.
I thought it was a great party.
Thank you.
We had the right amount. We ordered way too much food.
Way too much food.
But I'm saying the food options and the snacks and the activities. Honestly, the kids did all the activities with guidance. Because if you would have just left them out there,
go.
All they care about is just going outside and running around. Just doing nothing. Just running around, up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm like, play these games.
Yeah, like do something. So yeah, I definitely like it was fun. Based on how much money I spent, I'm like, baby, if y'all don't go bowling, some shit to do.
Right, get a lane or two.
Yes, get like 2 lanes. Y'all can go bowling. Here's some food. I will bring cupcakes here. And it's air conditioned because it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
85 degrees a week before Halloween is insane. Like usually this is the time in Atlanta where it starts to cool down. And I guarantee you next week is going to be brick on Halloween.
Because even when I was thinking about a couple years ago when we were here in October, that's like right when you had Harper.
Yeah.
When we came in October.
That's in here,
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I mean, it was hot, but I still had on pants.
Well, at night, we still needed a jacket.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Global warming.
Girl, it's so ghetto. The world is so ghetto.
Speaking of world being ghetto, did you see the TikTok about the lady who claimed that her 12-year-old was pregnant?
Yeah, it's a lie.
I know it was a lie, but I'm just like, who the fuck play like that?
And then in the video, I'm just like, your 12-year-old was pregnant and this is your reaction.
I watched that whole video. And first, like part of it when she was just showing herself, I was like, okay, like what is she about to say next about like how this happened? But like, I thought she was about to be like, you know, as a parent, I just realized like I wasn't paying attention. I've been busy doing X, Y, and Z. I was looking for an explanation.
There was not one.
Then when she went to the kid, it was like unzipping your jacket. I was like, huh?
No, it was just giving fake.
I was just so confused. Like, people play stupid games. And I was like, bitch, you're going to win a stupid fucking bride.
Anything to go viral. But the girl, I saw in the comments that the girl, she wasn't obviously underage. And
she's 21.
And she's married or something.
She's 20. I think she's in her 20s.
Like, what did you do all that for? For some likes?
For some likes. To go viral. Baby, you wasn't about to end up on Jennifer Hudson. Like, you wasn't about to be on TV from this foolishness.
It's just stupid. It's just so dumb. But there's this other girl who, actually there's a couple of people on TikTok who do this. Like, they tell stories as if it's their story. And they're like, oh yeah, come back for part 2. And then you go to their page. And it's like, they have all these random stories on their page. And it's like, okay, so
I do see some people like that. And it's just like, some people are like, oh, they're writers. And it's just like, instead of like writing a book,
it's the people who don't specify that they're sharing someone else's story or whatever, or that it's made up. It just, because I'd be like, some of the story, I'm like, what? And then like we keep scrolling, and then I just be like, wait a minute, you never got to the meat and potatoes. Like, you fucking around. I'm like, now I'm 5 videos in, 20 minutes later, and I'm like,
This is not a Reese decent moment. I'm thinking I'm about to get some answers.
The one
Pissing me off.
The one we did get answers on, I don't know if you saw this one. It's another birthday fiasco. So this girl was like, yeah, me and my friend are getting into it right now because she's mad that I was wearing what I wore on her birthday and she felt like I outdressed her, blah, 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 blah. Now, it was her friend's 21st birthday and they were just going, I guess, to the bars or whatever. And the girl was like, yeah, put that shit on. Like, you know, look cute. We stepping out, da, da, da. The girl's outfit, it was cute. And like, I feel like it was very fashionable, but it wasn't giving like, oh, that girl, she outdressed her friend. It was like, oh yeah, she looks cute, like very like 2021-ish type of outfit with the little pleated skirt, leather pleated skirt, whatever. You saw it?
No.
Okay, I'll show you. And then, so she was like, yeah, my friend, she was mad because people at the bars was asking if it was my birthday and was trying to buy us drinks and this and that, blah, blah. And everybody in the comments was like, well, what was your friend wearing? And she was like, well, I didn't want to post my friend. So then the friend told her like, oh yeah, it's okay for you to post it because the friend was just so sure that she was wrong. She posted the picture of her friend's outfit and put an emoji on it so you didn't see her face. This girl had on a denim romper and some Jordans. That wasn't giving, oh, it's my birthday. So anybody was going to outdress you. Be fucking for real.
Like, bitch, what kind of Jordans? That's the thing. I literally just had this conversation with Colin Friday the other day. And I was just like, I realized I really don't like when girls wear Jordans.
Not in this age, no.
Not in this age. Because this bitch had on Space Jams and a little like denim pleated skirt. I said, a guy, what is that? I was so like shocked.
Not in this age. When it was like 2012, 11.
Even then, it's like girls can wear Jordans. Like, ones are acceptable for anyone. Men, women, children, everybody can wear ones. That is a universal shoe. Don't have no mids, because I don't know what that is. Throw them shits in the trash. Don't buy those. But yeah, like, ones are acceptable. But bitch, Space Jams as a girl with a tennis skirt?
No.
There's other sneakers.
Especially not as no grown girl. If you're like 14, 15.
She was grown, because I'm pretty sure at a certain time, Harold, you got to be 21 to go in there.
She was big and grown.
Like, you at least in your 20s. So I was just like, I just realized that every time I see women with Jordans on, I just don't like it.
It just gives Ice Spice. I can't dress for shit.
That's what it gives. It be jumpsuits and Jordans, bodysuits and Jordans, and I just don't get it. And I know it's not like just because like I'm overly girly. Like, I wear sneakers, but there are sneakers that you can wear with skirts and it looks fine.
Yes.
Everything is like in moderation. You just got to have the appropriate type of shoe. Like, you could get away with dunks in different things. You could wear dunks in a dress. You could wear dunks in a little like slip dress t-shirt. Keep it moving. Like, very casual. Not no Space Jams.
No.
I don't want to see a bitch in those 6 rings. I don't want to see that.
No.
Put it on the shelf. Put it back. Leave it for the boys. Some things, I don't care.
Where is
I'm gender biased. I don't fucking care.
No, I'm gender biased.
I don't care. Certain things, no.
Oh, I found the girl. See, okay, prime example. She just randomly be telling stories that sometimes don't be adding up. But, okay. Part 2. This is her best friend.
Not gonna lie. She looked like a liar.
Where the picture at?
Sorry, baby. She looks...
Yeah, that's her. Where's the outfit? Okay. That's what she wore on her friend's birthday.
Okay.
Let me screenshot.
I don't like the outfit, but...
I mean, I don't like it either, but it's very, like...
country.
20-year-old girl from Alabama.
Yeah, it's giving country.
Yeah. Okay. And then the friend...
Baby, this is why you need a green screen. Put the picture in the background. Keep talking.
Okay. It's not your birthday.
Bitch, she has some Concords. See what the fuck I'm talking about? Like...
It's not given...
It's
not given. It's my birthday. So it's your fault.
It's given like we just broke ass college girls and we just going to the bar. It's given Thirsty Thursdays.
Literally.
That's what that
outfit gave.
One person gave Friday night, you going to a party, and the other person gave Thirsty Thursday. Like, we just hitting the bar. This is like, we all hitting the bar, we're drunk, we don't care, and we're going home. Like, it was very like, it was age appropriate, but like just not stylish.
Yeah. And that's my next point. I feel like not everybody in the friend group is stylish. Or when it comes to certain things, like, for example, like Teray does very well street chic, feminine, but like edgy vibes, right? So if I have a certain outfit that I want to try out and I'm like, oh, I think this will look cute with this, I will show her and be like, what you think about this outfit. Start using your friends. If you know you have no sense of style and you're not fashionable,
or if you're trying to rechange your style and you want to get into different things, that's cool. That's fine. Mixing your pieces, but know how to dress things appropriately.
Well,
like,
guess what?
Or just
Ask a friend.
Get opinions. Opinions do matter. It's fine, because then when it be situations like this where you be mad when nobody's giving you the attention on your day, then you mad. Well, if you had just asked,
right?
I would have been like, nah, baby, you could do something else. Like keep the romper, maybe put on a different shoe, maybe if you wanted to wear sneakers because you want to be comfortable. Well, I still wouldn't wear that romper anyway. But
not for my birthday.
That romper needs a heel.
Yeah,
that's not a sneaker romper. Actually, I don't think any romper at all exists that is a sneaker romper. I don't think they exist.
Not at our age.
No. Just like in the club, we are not all fam when it comes to that outfit. We can't.
No.
Use your friends, and sometimes you got to be like, what else you got? Like, what else you have?
Honestly, use your resources. You can ask Pinterest, TikTok, get some inspiration. But like,
although I have a bone to pick with Pinterest.
What?
All the ads are ruining my Pinterest experience.
Yeah.
I just want to, like, if I see something I like, I just want to click on it. Don't take me to Amazon. I don't want to go there.
Everything is shoppable.
Everything is shoppable. Everything is an ad. I'm like, y'all are just ruining the experience. I want to see people put their like decor inspiration, or like, like when people used to do like food vlogs, or like, anything like that. Like, let that be for them. We already have Instagram. We have TikTok shop. Like, even now, Instagram is linked to Amazon. So if you see it Amazon, you can order it directly. I don't want to do that. If I wanted to order something off Amazon, I will go to Amazon.
Yeah, like just show me what the product is called. I can go look it up myself.
Yeah. Or just give me the link and take me to Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my credit card information in the Instagram. Fuck no.
No.
Are you crazy? Mark Zuckerberg and them can't have my shit.
But I feel like so many people are just lazy in the sense of like, they want everything to be convenient. And for me, there's certain things I don't want convenience. I want to be able to put my card in every time.
Yeah, like I'm not saving my card information in certain places. Like Amazon, I guess I trust Amazon. So I have my card information saved in Amazon. I like, if I find something I like, or I might not want to buy it right now, put it in the cart and just hold it there until 6 months later. I'm like, oh, I actually need this.
Right.
Because I do be scrolling back. And I'm like, oh, actually, I put this shit in the cart. It was these cute lamps that I saw that I'm ready to buy now.
Save for later.
I don't want to be scrolling through Instagram links. Fuck no. And Pinterest, just take it back to what it was. Like, it was so good. Like, I could spend hours on Pinterest just leisurely scrolling. I could see 6 to 8 images all at one time. I could search for different things like, oh, black tie outfits for a wedding. Like, I need some inspiration. What should I wear? That's what I want. Let it be, but it always should.
I also get it because everything is monetized now. So like,
but you can have an ad. Like, I didn't mind when they had the little ads. Like, it'll play. Cool, that's fine. But now it's like every single thing.
Yeah,
it's like
overloaded.
It's not what it used to be. Like people posting like their stuff. It's just like
the fake suggested.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to shop this. You're not even giving me, like, if I go into Instagram and I want to type homecoming outfits, black women, like, gotta add the black because yeah, or like long layers, black women, like don't show me Sarah. We can't have the same kind of layers. Like, I need something different. I want to just give me my basically Google image search. That's all that I want it to be.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
Yeah.
Pinterest, if you hear this, take us back.
Honestly, that goes for all the apps.
Take us back. Take us fucking back. I'm ready to go back to Vine. I'm just tired of all of this extra shit.
Even with Instagram, I'm like, y'all change everything but what we asked you for.
It's the crazy rebrands that be happening. It's like, baby, I don't want. First of all, I don't want.
But I think they all have a hard time, like, accepting the fact that we like these social media platforms for other reasons. And when you bring those features to your platform, it's not the same. Like, I don't care what anybody say. I don't scroll.
I'm not on Reels.
Like, I'll post a Reel, but I'm not scrolling.
I'm not scrolling. Reels. No, it's not the same vibe. Like the sounds. I'm not saving no sound on no Reels. Same. No. TikTok. This is TikTok's thing. Like, let it be in its bag. Even Threads, when it came out with that, it's like, just let Twitter be Twitter.
Well, I actually like Threads, though.
I don't be on there. I probably signed up for it like when you initially told me about it, and that was it. I
Don't-
probably said one thing, but you know, I don't tweet anymore. So
I hate Twitter, but I also feel like the difference between Threads and Twitter is just the energy. Like when I open the Twitter app,
it's chaos.
It's just so chaotic and so negative and dark. Like, why do I want in one hand see people having the male versus female arguments, and then people arguing about this, arguing about that, then random porn?
That like, be the thing. It was like, you can't scroll Twitter in public. No. Everybody needs a privacy screen. Because if you on Twitter in public, baby, some ass is showing up on your feed and everybody can see.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit is wild.
With Threads, I feel like it's a more controlled environment, and I really only see the things that I like search up like on Instagram or on Threads and stuff like that. It's like a mature Twitter. You know what I mean? It's not as toxic and chaotic. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I miss the old Twitter.
Yeah. Back then, without the Pornhub feature.
Yeah. It was like even when people had like Twitter after dark, it was like
but you knew it was coming.
It was like a unwritten rule. Like, you know, if you get on Twitter after midnight,
you might see something.
This is what's happening. But it had business hours. It was like, this is from midnight to when the sun come up. Once the sun come up, baby, we got to be professional. Like, it's like, good morning. Like, everybody getting off their good morning tweets. That was a thing. Like, if you didn't get on Twitter and say good morning,
you rude as hell.
Bitch, go back to sleep and wake up again. Don't come on Twitter negative. The fuck?
Yeah.
Or like, remember when people used to try to get a certain amount of tweets in a day? Yes. Like, I knew a guy, he would get like 200 tweets a day. I'm like, at one point I looked at his tweet count. I'm like, yo, why do you have 100,000?
You really got that much to say? And the answer is yes. But back then we had less characters as well.
Yes, you could only get it off in 140
or 20, something like that.
Yeah, like some very small amount. And it would just be like, people would tweet stupid shit like, what the fuck? Like, that would be the tweet.
Literally.
They were like, well, what you talking about?
You remember when you had to like, okay, this is like dinosaur age to some of y'all, but like when we had to text the tweet and then it would tweet because like the internet on our phone was not like
that BlackBerry Twitter.
Yeah, there was no like real apps. Even the sliding phone that went like that.
Yeah.
Like, were there apps on the phone?
Not the sliding phones. Not
the
way it is right now.
No.
I think the main phones that could get on the internet, really, BlackBerries could get on the internet.
Yeah. But even that, like, I still had to text my tweets.
Yeah. And for a while, you had to text your tweet. Then, remember, there was all these separate Twitter apps. It was like, you had actual Twitter with the bird icon. Then you had like...
the Twitter daily something.
Yeah. It was like, it was different things. So it's like, if you had a certain one, and it was because like, you couldn't customize like the way your Twitter looked. Everything was just basic. And if it was like, oh, you wanted the background to be black, you had to go to this specific app that had that. So you would tweet it and it'd be like, tweet it from this app.
Yes, tweet it with.
Whatever the shit was called. That, because I had a third-party Twitter app. I didn't have Twitter. Yeah. That was the days. That was the days. I was telling Colin, like, I used to be like menacing on Twitter because it was like anybody could get the fucking smoke. Anybody. You say some shit I don't like.
That is so funny.
Anybody. Me and that little BlackBerry going crazy. All you hear is
just arguing with people.
People you don't even know. It was no like
malice,
like no like real beef. Now they be doxing people, trying to get people's information. Like, y'all be taking this shit too far. This Gen Z motherfuckers, I don't know what y'all got going on. What's in the water?
And it's like arguing online back then was really like a sport. Like, you joning on each other.
Yes.
And then after that, it's like, oh, I don't even follow you. Let's follow each other.
If you are not familiar with the Rihanna Twitter era, baby, you was not living.
Yeah.
Like, but that was what Twitter was. Like, not adding nobody. When Rihanna was laying Ciara, no offense, and laying Kendall Jenner out.
Tiana Taylor, too.
On Twitter, Rihanna was a minute.
Terrible.
That shit was hilarious. But it was just like, it was just Twitter. And it was like, okay. They would be on red carpets together. Ain't no smoke. Ain't nobody ducking nobody.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I see you.
I say what I see, and I see you on Twitter again.
And that was it.
What's up? We're talking about each other, so we don't have to go through the thing of like.
Rihanna, she used to at people sometimes. She was funny.
Yeah, she was funny until she got all her shit taken away, and then we have the new Rihanna rebrand. When she came back to the internet, that's when we get Fenty Beauty Rihanna. We have that was the rebrand.
Still bad girl Riri though. She got that handle. but her act has been cleaned up.
Yeah, definitely much good girl. Good girl, Riri. But speaking of rebrands, these new rebrands with the like Hold to Jesus pipeline,
my God,
it's not a thing about people being saved. It's just so much. I just don't understand, like, people making these hard, like, sharp left turn religious turns, and then it's like y'all go from having y'all bottle girls, and now y'all got cardigans up to your fucking chin. It ain't enough cardigans and bobs in the world,
girl.
And my thing be like, I guess the reason why it just be like questionable, like it never seems genuine or real, because it's like your personality doesn't change. Did it change? How you were before your rebrand to now is still like the same. It's like main girl on the internet, Armani Speaks is the main topic today, even though Black China has done it. Brittany Renner has done it.
Is doing it. But I feel like the difference between Black China and Brittany Renner, right? We've seen them go through all these different phases of life, and we know them. But they also aren't getting on the internet condemning other people because they are going through,
and that's
their spiritual journey and whatever else the hell they got going on.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, some of it seems like very extreme. Like,
what Brittany Renner, it's like a hard turn.
That was a sharp left turn.
Yeah. But she's not sitting here saying, oh, well, you guys need to convert to Islam and you guys need to live right and do this. Yeah. She just says, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. And I think the thing with the Armani Speaks girl is it's just like she was one of those people, like, even on the internet, like, you're talking down to people in your previous videos before you changed your life or got saved or whatever. You had a nasty ass attitude before, and you still have you found Jesus and still have a nasty ass attitude. I don't think you did that right. You need to go back.
You ain't really found him enough, because
it's like you could read every single word in the Bible and still be a shitty person. And it's just like, nobody really cares about you being saved. It's the way that you're speaking to people, as if I was a bottle girl 6 months ago and now I'm this and y'all don't like it. It's like, no.
It's not that nobody cares about you.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Like,
it's like, I didn't even know you were a fucking bottle girl. I thought you was a podcaster. That's what I thought. I didn't know. And like doing like OQ glueless wigs. Like, that's what I seen her.
Yeah.
I never seen her
in the club.
Like, I never seen that. But I also don't be in a club. So how would I know? But it's just like, there's not enough cardigans and bobs that you can put on to change who you are. If you're going to, when you find God, is very like a very personal thing. You cannot take your personal journey and be like, oh, well, if you're not walking the walk that I'm walking, the way that I'm walking it, then what y'all got going on is not real. And that's not fair. Everything is very personal. There's duality. You can serve the Lord. You can have a very close relationship with God and still go to the club.
But not even that. I feel like back to the whole conversation of them rebranding, right?
I be feeling like the rebrand is for money.
Yeah, because you're way more marketable if you're coming off as a positive and inspirational speaker, or someone who's inspiring other people to do whatever. And brands like the good, squeaky clean image, except for there's like no middle ground. There's either really the EK, or it's like the super like clean, no scandals, no nothing, almost robotic type of person who gets the notice. The person that's in the middle, sometimes it's hard for them.
And you kind of just fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
Is you is or you ain't. That's really all that it boils down to. But it's just like, some of it's just like, it just seems
money grabbish.
It just seems money grabbish. Like, this was a sharp left turn and you're doing this and you're going so hard. You have 25 videos a day. Nobody posts 25 videos today on any social media platform without the purpose of trying to gain something from it. You're trying to gain money. That's how social media is. The more content you put out, the more you get pushed out in the algorithm, the more you get noticed, the more you gain followers, then you're able to monetize. Now I can get a check from this. Now I can go, now brands see me. I can do all of these things. So it's just like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to shit on everybody else. If that's your journey, then if this is your journey and you want to do that, then it's like, really look into like what religion is about. The Bible wasn't written by Jesus.
Yeah,
it is a book. It wasn't written by God. It is literally a book written by people. Well, I think it's more of like telling. I feel like it's telling stories and giving like a guide.
Well, it depends on what you believe, because technically, in most Christian-based, things, God, they believe that God not literally whispered, but gave them the words to write. Like, how some people believe in like the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, same type of thing. And then some books could be some people's interpretations, like the disciples, all that shit.
Yeah, because there's mad versions.
Right. But even that, yeah.
There's so many different versions.
None of us have ever read the actual Bible. We've read a version of the Bible, but the original script and how it was written,
we've never read that.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm saying, like, it's just a guide written by regular people. Or even if it's just like, if you look at it like, if you're one of those people that separate like pastors or bishops from regular people, like, okay, this is a person who is, I guess, serves like a higher power or whatever. People look at them differently. You don't look at them like, oh, you the exact same as me. No, you look to them for some kind of like,
it's the expectation, because
you look at them as like, you are the guy telling me, like, God is talking to you and you talking to me. That, like, you're the vessel that's what people kind of look at. So that's what I mean. Like, you kind of look at them as a little bit like separate from the regular everyday person. But I look at the Bible as just like, it's a guide of how you should kind of like walk in your faith. It's not you cannot go to here, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. It's like, that's not what it is. Like, everything is open to interpretation. If there's multiple versions of the same thing, obviously somebody has to go back through and interpret what they think that this means.
But that's also the dangerous part about any religion or whatever, because we can read the same thing
and take it two separate ways.
Yeah, which is like, okay, whatever message you're supposed to receive is what you're supposed to receive. It just becomes dangerous when people like whatever her name is, and what's her name, Armani Speaks. People like her will take an excerpt from the word and use it to say, see, this is what I was telling y'all. This supports my message. And it's like, well, when I read that by myself, that's not what God told me. That's not the message I picked up.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's a personal thing. Like, you can, but it's like, you can also share the message. If you feel like your calling is to now spread the word, you can do that without being like that you personally are the end all be all. Like, if you're not doing it this way, then you're wrong. And a lot of there were a lot of people like, like stitching her video and responding. And there were some like older women basically trying to like give her some game. Like, clearly you have not lived enough life. So let me help you. And she was just like nastily going at them. And it was just like, I was watching the videos and it was like, people were very like, people weren't disrespectful. People weren't like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is? Like, they weren't doing that. It was very just like, here, like, you can do both. You can have your walk with God, but you don't gotta talk to people a certain way. Like, when you've lived enough life, you will see how what you're doing right now is you'll figure it out. Like, nah, girl, that actually,
but I think
it's not what you should be
doing. I think all of this goes back to like how people view themselves and their own self-worth. Like, I think anytime you go through a life change and it becomes your whole personality and who you are, like, think about people who like her, who might have been in the clubs or a bottle girl or whatever, and then gave their life to God. You can also be saved and do these things, but let's just use that as an example. They change everything about themselves to make them feel like, oh, now I'm worthy of Christ loving me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that becomes like their whole personality and persona and their brand. Even think about people who, let's say when we're in college, right? We know people who were one way and then they cross into a D9 fraternity or sorority, and now that's your whole personality. That's your whole life. Those are the only people you hang out with. Those are the only things that you value. Like, who are you? Like, exactly. And even with any type of religion, like, yes, you are this person under the image of God or whatever you believe, but who are you as a vessel or as a person? Yeah. Like, your brand cannot be, I'm a Christian. Okay,
great. So are you and a bunch of other people. Like, that, and that's I think that's the issue. Is like, now
you're having identity problems.
Yeah, and that's literally what it gives off. It's like, just like the drastic change in dress. And I'm like, I'm not saying you should have had your ass out before, because you shouldn't. But it's just like
what is going on here? Now, Brittany Renner, I do understand because her religion of choice is Islam.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Yes, like attire and things like how they believe that women should carry themselves and women should be dressed is completely different. Like that's cool, that's fine. But also, like, if I feel like even in her situation, you could wear the garments, but if you don't actually change who you are as a person, you could still just be a shitty person dressed up in religious clothing. What they say? A sheep in wolf's clothing or something? A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Close enough.
Some, like, one of the variations is a sheep and a wolf. You know what I mean? But like, you could still do that. So even like this girl's rebrand, I mean, like, girl,
what is you doing? But people do that in general. Like,
you
even
don't have to do that.
But people really have identity issues. Like, think about it. I can name so many different people or like examples, right? Like women who become moms. Now, that's
your life.
Their whole life, their whole identity. They have nothing else outside of being moms. Or women who like base their like viewpoints and everything about like, okay, I was single and now married, and now everything is about them being married. I don't think different life changes or things that occur to you or groups that you join or spiritual journeys you go through should become the whole essence of you. There should be multiple essences. Is that how you say it? That's not a word.
I don't think so.
There should be multiple.
We going with it. Let's roll.
Yeah, it should be multiple whatever that make up one human.
Yes.
Like
multifaceted. We are not
very
just
multifaceted.
Like, and that's the thing. It's just like, do you have anything else?
What is the depth?
And I realized that I don't mix well with people like that because I think even when I became a mom, because I was a parent before everybody, it's just like, say my freaking personality.
Yeah, I'm not going a bunch of friends just because we're moms. Yeah, so now we're going to be friends. No.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you meet people, it's like, and y'all are moms. Okay, cool, fine. But what else? Like, you don't have a personality. All you do is just like kid.
That's it.
Oh, baby, we can't be friends because I need to go shopping. I need a bitch who want to drink a margarita. Like something.
Yeah, something.
Have different aspects of your life. You don't have to just be one thing.
And even with that, like, there are plenty of like content creators that are like, oh yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom, blah 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 blah, and that's what their content is about. Which to me is fine because content in general, you're only sharing what you want to share. You don't have to share everything about your life. If you decide that your niche is stay-at-home mom content, that's fine. But I also know that you do other things outside of that.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the people that
talking about people in real life,
the basically. People you see in person.
Yeah,
and it's like, bitch, if you bring up your child one more time,
right, please,
I want to hear it. I don't fucking care.
Like
FTK, I don't care. I really don't. Like, but can we talk about something else? Like, if I wanted to go and just talk about Bluey and Coco Melon, I could go sit at home and watch it.
But they don't have nothing else to talk about, so.
Y'all gotta get some business, as the old people say. Go get some business.
Get a hobby.
Get some business.
I don't know. Remember who you used to be. Hang out with your friends.
Go to the club. Something. Like, do something.
Take up some classes. I want to get back into pottery. Did I tell you I used to do ceramics?
Yes.
I really want
You've been talking about this, like, ceramics for a long time.
I know. I want to get back to doing it.
Good. You should.
I don't know. I just feel like that's like my favorite hobby that I've ever
had.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, you already know what mine is. I'm a hobby hopper. Let me tell you. Me and a hobby. But there's only one thing that I've ever been consistent. It is so bad. It's the ADHD. It be whooping my ass. But I will say, I was telling Colin, like, me and my Cricut, when I wanted to have an Etsy shop face, I have so much shit in my fucking garage.
You were doing so well.
Yes. But I feel like it was a COVID thing. Because now that people are like, and like some of like during the time, like when you got to kind of go back outside, even though like people would do like, customized cups. Let me show y'all my Stanley. Customized. This is the product of hobby hopping. It's cute, right? Don't ask me to do one for you because bitch, this took me a whole week. No, I realize I like doing shit for myself. Like I'll do things for like close friends or whatever, but yeah, I don't want this to be like a business. Like I have to do this. When I don't want to, I don't want to. So that's kind of what it was. But my Cricut, me and my Cricut machine, We go together real bad.
Real bad.
So much I'm like, damn, I need to get a new blade. That bitch is wore out.
I just be feeling like you use that thing for everything.
I do.
Like,
yes, like I use my Cricut to, my handwriting sometimes is not super neat. Mm-hmm. So if I ever like write somebody a personal card, mm-hmm. my Cricut can write it.
You use the Cricut for that?
Yes. So like,
why not just?
No, because I like it to be neat. I like it to be neat. I like it to be neat. And my cursive is not like the most legible to other people. Like when I gave Colin our wedding gift, mm-hmm. like the cards, I did it on my Cricut machine. Like I wrote it, I typed it out, like exactly what I wanted it to say. Mm-hmm. And then the Cricut wrote it. So it was like perfect. It was neat, nice line spacing, good scripted font, like font that I can't write. I can't do no fucking bubble letters, but a Cricut can. And guess what, bitch? I got one. I really think I've been trying to convince myself like, oh, maybe I should get the like next step up because I have a Cricut Air. There's another one.
And what does it do differently?
Everything. So it can handle different materials. Mm-hmm. So like one of them can like engrave.
Oh, like embroidery type thing?
No, like if I took like a mirror or like a piece of glass, mm-hmm. it could literally engrave it on there. Oh. But you just have to have the machine that has the capability to do that. Mm-hmm. The one that Raven Elise has, mm-hmm. she got the top of the line, bitch.
I'm sure.
That Cricut Explorer, I have the Cricut Air. The Explorer, it's like a MacBook Pro and a MacBook Air. Mm-hmm. It's okay, like the Air can do some, but the Pro mm-hmm. is a whole different ballgame. It's like that. So that was that. That was my one. Like I got my money's worth on that. I do want to just check it off my bucket list. I am going to go to bartending school. What am I going to do with it afterwards? I don't fucking know. But probably nothing. But just make drinks at home. But
or extra parties and special events.
Yes. It won't be a business, so don't start it.
I wasn't. Don't start. I mean, you already did your cocktail book.
I could do that, but yeah. Don't start your shit. Don't
start. Listen, you have enough on your plate. Trust me. Like
my plate is full of some shit on Thanksgiving. Oh my God, it's so bad.
Golly.
It's so fucking full. But yeah, it's just like I finally want to just check that off the list. Like I just want to go and do it, learn like the theory behind it. Like I can make drinks, but like when it comes to like why
the sciences,
yeah, like why recipes are the way that they are, mm-hmm. I want to know. Like I mm-hmm. know what the count should be, but I need to know the why mm-hmm. behind it. And it's only like $500-$600.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I've wasted more doing way less. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste it. It's gonna be great for. That's how I know so much. That's how I know a little bit about everything.
You already looked into what bartending school and all that.
Yep. I know you. They have a nighttime program. There's 2 different ones. There's just like a mixology one mm-hmm. and one if you want to actually get the certification. But to get the certification, it was only like $100 more. So I'm like, well, let me just get the fucking certification.
Yeah.
Well, certified bartender.
How often do you have to do the certification? It's like a yearly thing?
I don't know. Oh. I don't know if it's like one of those things like you just get it mm-hmm. and then like the certificate like that's be finished and then like if you work in a bar then you kind of have to do mm-hmm. that. I don't really know.
I can see that.
But yeah.
I mean that makes sense. That's not really random for you.
No, not for me.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like your pottery thing, like you've been into pottery as long as I've known you. Mm-hmm. And I've been into liquor. I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
I don't be knowing nothing about a liquor. I just be like, do it taste good?
Listen, like we went out yesterday. Like, yeah. I just want something that tastes sweet. It's not too strong. So I'm looking at the man. I'm like, oh, this one right here. There you go. Because I know what you drink. Like I could have got you a whiskey drink. I'm like, she ain't drinking that shit. No, let me just
stick to.
Even though you would have liked the lychee, even with the gin, it's strong, but it's so good. It's so sweet.
It's just the strong part.
Gin will be strong. But it's not like you drink vodka. If you could drink a vodka strong drink, it's like,
yeah,
that's vodka. That's liquor.
I like gin when it's a French 75.
So if you could drink a French 75, you could drink a martini with gin.
I guess so. As long as it tastes good, I don't care what it is.
Listen.
Even a ginger beer with bourbon tastes good. And bourbon's strong.
I love me.
But I drink that.
You do?
Yeah. Oh my God, I've been drinking that one for years. Only because when we go like probably for the past like maybe 5-6 years. So my brother-in-law is a bourbon drinker. Like mm-hmm. he loves bourbon.
He got a good collection.
Yeah. So he always makes ginger beer with bourbon or this and honey and blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been like probably like 7-8 years. Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't know that.
But I only really drink it when I go over there. If I go to a restaurant, I'm probably not gonna order like
a bourbon drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, That's good.
Now, if you make it and you say, "Oh, taste this," I'm gonna drink it.
I'll eat it.
I can't
help myself. What? I can't help myself. I'm crying. Oh my God. Thank you.
That's funny. Reel it back in. Okay.
God, I can't. Like, I was literally telling Colin about the weird shit I be doing. I'm like, I'll be glad nobody be on it. Because if people could see the shit that I be doing and saying, like, if I had a hidden camera in my office, it would be so fucking embarrassing.
I feel like that's all of us, especially me. I'll be like, my main thing is like I like dancing at home alone to see if I know how to do like different random dance moves.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't dance, but I was like, the TikTok dances that I do know,
I be doing them.
Yeah, I be doing them. I be saying shit, and he be like what? I'm like, anything that a TikTok applies to. Like, somebody say something stupid at work. If there's a TikTok that applies to the situation, I'm gonna recite it out loud. Am I just talking to myself? Yeah, but gonna do it. It's in my brain. It's there. I gotta get it out.
Yeah. I feel like we all do that.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I used to co-work, but now I don't have a co-worker. So I just gotta sit here and do my work by myself.
So lonely.
That's the only thing like about working 100% remote is sometimes I'm like, well, who the fuck am I gonna talk to all day?
I mean, even that, like sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I go to like Starbucks or Panera just for people watching purposes while I work.
Maybe if I didn't have meetings,
yeah,
I would probably start doing that on days. Well, once I lighten my plate, start doing that. Like on certain days, I don't take meetings because I need a day that I can just
be all of my shit.
Yeah, just do all my shit. I don't want to talk to nobody. So maybe on those days I can go for a little bit, just go sit somewhere else, change of scenery. But now, like, I'll take the dog for a walk. Like, we'll go and we'll walk like a mile and a half, and then I'll come back and be like, okay, that was enough. Yeah, I just needed to cool down. Little air. Yeah, a little air because we got to go before 1 o'clock because I'm like, baby, it's hot. I'm dying. He be dying. He looking at me like, bitch, take me home. I peed already. I'm done. And I'm like, oh, you don't get no exercise? He's like, no. No. So now I get Harper to school. Then I go to the gym. And then I come back. So I don't really do cardio in the gym. Like usually I would like get on the treadmill for 10 minutes or the Stairmaster. Which
that damn Stairmaster.
You know, at one point I was up to 25 minutes, like straight, not stopping.
On a Stairmaster?
Yeah, 25 minutes straight.
I've never made it past 10, maybe 12.
Yeah, I finally worked myself up to 25 minutes straight on like 7 or 8. And I just pumping, walking, going. But now that's when I take him outside. So when I come back, we'll just walk like
that makes
a mile and a half. So that is my cardio. Sometimes my watch, are you going for a walk? Are you working out? I'm like, actually, I am. Set this bitch. Let's go. I got a cozy drink. Go for a walk. But I do feel like I need a little
change of scenery.
Variety. I gotta go find somewhere. I gotta look at some, like, there has to be like coffee shops or something in my area.
There are like co-working spaces.
The Starbucks is loud. I got ADHD.
Oh, well.
I'd be like, huh? They have some in the city, like nice, really nice coffee shops that are bigger than like, or, you know, Starbucks tend to be like very small locations, but they're like bigger coffee shops because they're kind of made for people to sit there and work. But sometimes I'm like, then I have to drive all the way there, get back before a certain time. And that just kind of takes time out of my day. But if it's something that's local, and then I could do that. So I'm gonna look. There's gotta be something.
I'm sure there are.
That I could do. And that's what I'm gonna do. Just give me some variety. I'm about to be sad in about like an hour and a half. I'm gonna be sad.
Right.
Every time like I have to leave. Let me tell you the song that plays in my head. Every time.
Please don't.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
And watch, I guarantee you're gonna guess what song I'm talking about. Every time I have to leave my friends.
I already know what you're going to say.
The song from Set It Off.
Yes.
I'm like, hi, friends.
And I know that you're going to say that because a couple years ago, we had a girls' night with all of our friends.
Oh, my God.
And for whatever reason, this idiot wanted to play a song that, like, reminded her, but also, like, made her cry. And we're sitting there like, oh, what's the song? She puts it on and just starts bawling. Then we all start crying.
That was the liquor. And I am not a crier. Like, that is
what is happening?
I'm not a crier, but that definitely was the liquor. And it's very rare. I feel like, not to make everything about me, but I feel like since I moved, it's very rare that, like, all 8 people or 7, whatever the number is, are all in the same place. It's very rare. So that moment, everybody was in the same place. And it was like, exactly. Yeah.
That was like, what, 2020?
Was that New Year's?
I was pregnant.
No, it was my bridal shower that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bridal shower night. Yeah. So very, 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 very rare.
That's when we strapped you up on that sex swing.
Yes. About to die. About to put a hole through Yana's damn door.
Oh, God, that was so funny.
That whole night was hilarious. Every time I need a good laugh, that's like in my secret folder of laughs.
You know, I got plenty of them.
Yeah, but I have a whole folder. Like, if I have a bad day, let me go through my secret box and just start dying laughing. I'm like, okay, now I feel better.
And the videos never get old.
Never.
I can watch this over and over and over again. But
yeah,
I knew you were going to say that song.
But yes, that's my song. Like every time y'all leave, it just plays in my head. Like, until next time. This was episode 40. Thank you, people. We're going to see y'all in our old ass episode 41.
Big wrong.